What's up, guys? It's your boy Kendall once again. Day 3 of 200 days of code, because we're on the second round of 100 days of code. And we are here from Worthing Library once again, which is where I've been going every single day. Well, every single day, a lot of days, to come and do a little bit more of coding. Now that we're post boot camp, post school of code, we're now keeping ourselves daily disciplines. We're getting ready, showing up like we're going to our job. Yet we're doing it from home or from the library, doing things like that, and we're continuing on. I decided to stay consistent with the sort of 100 days of code, but doing a second round just to keep myself accountable, to show what I'm doing, and so that other people can see what I'm up to as well, so it can encourage them as well if it does do such a thing. If not, it'll be for me and be for my accountability. So what did I get up to today? Well, today what I got up to is I did my same sort of routine where I got up and I aimed to get to wherever I'm going, whether that's in my office at home or whether that's at the library. I aimed to get there for about 9 a.m. So that's what I did today. Walked the kids into school, that sort of thing, and came down here for 9 a.m. After that, then I started with a bit of Code Wars. So always begin to start the day. No squats today, unfortunately. Hard to do squats at the library. I tried, but people try to stop me. Too strong, too powerful. Nah, just couldn't be done. So whatever the case, what we did do is we did Code Wars, and we've been working on our problem solving to get the brain firing, to get ourselves sharpened, those sort of things. So we did a few of those, spent some time, refreshed on sort of things like slice and splits and things that I don't normally use all the time, or I haven't used a whole lot of those sorts of things, joining, all those good sort of things that are methods inside of JavaScript. So sort of getting those fundamentals really ironed out, using things like regex as well, RGEX, however you say it as well. Things like that, just to be able to sort things like that, different methods that are used in JavaScript. So went through some of those sort of things. Then in the morning, about 10ish, we had a recap of different things having to do with like SQL, Postgres, SQL. We spoke about sort of, the difference between NoSQL or NoSQL and SQL. Again, looking at different sort of tables, looked at things like MongoDB versus Postgres SQL, and sort of the relationship between those. We looked at sort of locally using these systems where you don't have to go to say Heroku, for example, but how you could install those things locally with Homebrew or those sort of things. We explored some different things of like, how you create a table, how you add in integers, how you add in, just sort of stuff we've done before, but just sort of reviewing some of those fundamentals in that for more the back end side of things and to keep us brushed up on databases. Then I began to explore a bit more on, I went through React, so I looked at some React skills and sort of just refreshing my memory on different things having to do with that. So I'm considering doing a project with AWS and React, sort of a personal project. I want to figure out a project of using Alexa and using like a voice activated thing with React and using AWS to do that. I'm not sure what that's going to look like just yet. I'm in the planning stages. I did some of that. And then in the afternoon, I did a few more Code Wars, did things like FooBar and a few more different like interview techniques, and sort of practice some different interview questions and watch videos on interview questions and what they would ask you. What else did I get up to? Then I've been looking at a little bit of like UI UX stuff, because I've got a potential phone call and roll with sort of a company having to do around UI UX. So it means I need to be brushed up a little bit on sort of Figma and sort of using wireframes and creating prototypes and that sort of thing. So just sort of brushing up my knowledge in some of those things, and just practicing downloading different things, putting in some different designs, putting in different things where they need to go, looking at mobile first. So all of those different things are things that we did today. Sort of how have I felt about it all? Well, it's been really interesting being in this sort of frame of things, because It's sort of like it's driven by whatever it is that I feel like I want to grow into. So I've been trying to stay focused on fundamentals. I've been trying to keep that daily discipline of showing up and doing what I need to do, as well as sort of stretching myself in the ways that are going to grow me into. I even applied for a few jobs that were on the job board today. Things that, for me, it wasn't something that necessarily I thought that I'd be getting into. But this afternoon, we also had sort of a recruitment, I guess you could say, workshop. And sort of whatever the case, if it's a job that we're sort of interested in, those sort of things, it's just about getting our foot into the door of tech. When I go back to changing my life into this direction and going into tech, I've worked really hard to get here. I've worked really hard to learn new skills, worked really hard to really move in this direction and learned a whole lot. But really the key is now is getting my foot into the door, as it is with all of my colleagues, all of my friends. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find whatever means necessary to get our foot in the door and then grow from there in whatever way the path leads us. So anyways, guys, stay encouraged, stick with it, stay calm. It's all gonna work out. You just keep showing up, you keep putting in the work, you continue to have fun with it. Follow your passion, follow your bliss. See you next time. Keep calm, code on. Peace out, guys, and see you soon.